Man. Ah, this is so much fun, man. Here we go. Let me do your intro for you.
My least.
Ashwagandha, boiled in a pot made with vibranium from Wakanda, blessed by Dr. Sebi himself, and sold to you by a local influencer, an international influencer. It's a detox tea to help your body. No, there is no need for any of that. The human body is perfectly capable of taking care of itself. It will detox and cleanse itself if you give it the formula that it needs. Your filtration organs need 2-part hydrogen, 1-part oxygen. The formula is called H2O. Simple water will change your life. It will enhance your life. There is no need for super detox juice cleansers or any other things of that sort. Please increase your phytonutrients, that means fruits and vegetables, and drink more water. Your body will thank you, and your pockets will appreciate it.
Guys, I'm not going to spend a lot of time in introduction. Y'all know me. I'm Dr. Sims, but I got the man. We flew him in all the way from Southeast Georgia. He's in the room with me this morning. Y'all, put your hands together for Big Ron.
Such a warm welcome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. How are you today, man?
Man, all is well. My day has taken off as it typically does. Morning time, getting the kids off with my wife to school, and she continues on.
That is so awesome,
to work,
man.
and then I get my little cardio thing in. I'm back at the house now, ready to get my part of my day going. It's all
That's good,
man.
So, what kind of cardio you do?
I actually walk uphill on the tread. I do what's called a steady state cardio, which means try and get my heart rate to a certain point. And just keep it there for a given period of time. 40 minutes for me, but as far as my suggestion to the world, keep it between 30, never exceed 60 in one session.
That is pretty good, man. Well, listen, do this for me, do this for us. Introduce yourself to everybody. If somebody walked in the elevator with you, who is Big Ron?
Man, Ron Jones, I am a personal trainer who has recently found the internet, which has been a blessing because now I have a further reach. So 15-year career trainer in person, embracing the internet to reach further with the same message, because health is for everyone. Geriatric, pediatric, health is for everyone. And with a platform like the internet, or specifically things like TikTok and Instagram and podcasts of this sort, you can make sure that everyone has a chance at receiving help.
That's good. So help us with this. 15 years ago, how did you get into? You look wonderful, man. And I was sifting through all of your social media, and you look wonderful, man. So what got you into personal training?
So I played sports my whole life, pretty typical. But when I got to college, I was playing basketball with my friends. Came down, broke my ankle.
Ow.
Man, I still want to do something. I still want to be active. So I followed a friend of mine named Matt Nelson to the gym, and he showed me how to lift weights, basically, strength training. So I began strength training, and my first thing was, you know what? If I began strength training, lifting these weights, I'm going to put on some muscles. I was a skinny basketball player. So I put on some muscles this freshman year, this spring break thing. I'm going to get some chicks, man. With muscles, I can get chicks. I'm 19 years old. It makes sense, right? So I was working out, and lo and behold, first spring break comes around. In my mind, I'm only 4 months in, but I had all the muscles in the world.
You were like, where's the beach? It's that way.
Exactly. And because they're responding to this is what I wanted to happen. So I kept going. Of course, our intents for being in the gym change over time, but I found that at that point in time, the body in motion made sense. You know, looking at the body in motion, it just made sense to me. I was too far down the line with my degree, though, to change up. So I went into getting my certifications to be a personal trainer, just so I have the paper that backs what I also know.
That is awesome.
You know, I graduated in 2006, man, and then just kept going with it, and it's been growing since. Thank God.
That's good. That's good, man. So how did you say you've been introduced to the internet. So how did you get on TikTok? Because that's where I saw you on TikTok, and we're going to talk about that video that caught my attention. But how did you find TikTok and Instagram?
So cool. Like everyone else started off with, Facebook was my thing initially here, the first basic platform. I guess there was one before that, but the first one of my time. graduating high school in 2002,
right.
It's going to be Facebook. I'm on Facebook enjoying myself and just using it casually here. I'm personal training in person the whole time as well. Eventually, though, I realized that people are starting to monetize their business on the internet.
There you go. Right.
Me having had acquired so much knowledge at this point in time here, I decided, you know what? Let me start adding value, giving value to those who I follow, who are following me. As I began to give value, they began to appreciate it. And of course, that platform expanded. Let me try the next one. Instagram it is.
Okay.
Instagram, you know what? Let's try this Tick-Tock thing. And then now, it just so happens that social networks now respond best to those who give value to the people.
That's right.
No one wants to simply watch you live your life. They want to see how they can live the same rich life. Rich not in monetary, but rich in whatever you're going to contribute to them. In my instance, it's going to be health.
That's good.
So being able to give them value in that sense is what kind of help to expand and grow my social network presence.
That is so awesome, man. So the video that caught my attention, you talked about basically water and its impact on your blood pressure. And I have a family history of high blood pressure. So man, that thing hit me like you were giving out the secret recipe to my favorite chicken meal. You know, I sit there and I listened to it about 3 or 4 times. I was like, wow. And I sent it to some of my partners and they like, man, get out of here. Help us with this. Number one, why is it so hard for us to drink water? Tell us how important water is and how much water should we intake?
Yeah, so water is critical to life, period.
Right.
Period. I don't care where you find man at on earth, there's always a source of fresh water accessible to them.
That's right.
Even beyond humans, just animals, period. It's just what we need for everything.
Right.
But the body can also limp mode, kind of get by without having a ton of water.
Wow.
But you're not at your optimal. You know what I mean? You're at your optimal when you have all that your body needs. Like a machine.
Okay.
A machine is at its optimal when it has all that it needs. Your human body is the same way. There's 11 major systems that we recognize. All 11 major systems need the same H2O formula.
Wow.
They all need this water. So the more you give the water to the body, of course, we're not going to, take on too much water at one given point in time, which is already hard to do anyway. So that's not something I want you guys to be concerned about.
Right.
But the more we give the human body what it needs, all 11 major systems can function properly.
Right. And
not limp by. The body begins to limp by when it gets minimal amounts of it. Let's just take your circulatory system. You're right. Water is needed because your circulatory system, that's the part that deals with your heart, which pumps. And that pump of a heart is sending blood throughout your body. That blood is rich of nutrients and oxygen. That nutrients and oxygen is going to all the other systems of your body.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So the more efficient this blood is moving throughout your body, the more efficient your overall body is. But the one thing that the body has to have, the circulatory system must have, is water.
Gotta have.
The basis of the fluid that it's moving. But when you don't give it enough of this water, the issue is that the concentration of this blood has been thrown off. The balance of it is off. The body can still get along, but now the body's going to start doing things like elevating blood pressure. The acidity of the blood increases. The amount of toxins in the blood increases.
Wow.
All this is because the body's in limp mode. Why is it in limp mode? Because you haven't given enough of what it needs first and foremost.
Right.
Water.
Got to have that water. So okay, before you tell us how much water we need, you got all of these bottled water companies. You got all this, these different types and flavors of water. What's the best water used? Tap water or alkaline water? What's the best water for our body?
So if we had to split hairs and go between tap and alkaline because of how our society is set up, oftentimes you're going to find it better to be a source like an alkaline water because the tap obviously is contingent on the city's municipal supply, or if you're in a county, perhaps your county well supply. But whatever it is, do know that I don't like to split too many hairs when it comes to water source. Okay. Because the alternative is what?
Hello.
Yeah. So no one made these distinctions, and no one was super concerned with the fluids they were drinking until it came to water.
Okay.
Now it comes to water. Oh, now you want to be official with what kind of water you drink.
Oh,
but before then, though, you didn't care if it was Pepsi or Coke. You know what I mean?
Or coffee.
Now you want to split hairs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now you want to split hairs when it comes to the water. But
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's a good point.
Let's not split hairs here.
That is a good point. So, okay, I understand, and my understanding studies half of your body weight. That's what you should be drinking every day, half of your body weight in water. So I'm 240 pounds, so that's 120 ounces of water every day. Is that accurate, or what do you suggest?
The model of it bothers me only because the idea of the water is to hydrate the parts of the body that actually need water. So what I'm saying is, I got a 300-pound, theoretically, a 300-pound fat uncle.
Oh, okay.
Right? Not fat, not as a pejorative. All right, I don't mean fat as a pejorative. This is a description of the amount of fat on his body. Okay, I got a 300-pound fat uncle. He's going to drink half his body weight in water. That's 150 ounces. We're talking over a gallon of water. He's drinking a gallon and another quarter of water. Okay, it's a lot of water. Okay. I'm not trying to hydrate the fat of his body. I'm not really worried about that. You know what I mean? I'm worried about the actual contractile tissue and muscles of his body, smooth muscles, skeletal muscle, contractile tissue. So the hydration is going to be contingent on how much his body really needs, which is not going to correlate to his total body weight.
Wow.
I'm 300 pounds myself, well, about 291. So at 291, I might need a little more water than does my 300-pound fat uncle. I'm actually utilizing this water somewhere. I'm not going to make a 400-pound woman drink 2 gallons of water because she's 400 pounds.
That is,
you know what I mean?
That's a great distinction.
So we oftentimes today and age, we like to have binary things. We want to have things set in stone. It's not something to be set in stone. So what I would encourage people to be is mindful of simply staying hydrated.
Yes.
Right? How do you stay hydrated? Just be mindful of your water consumption. Here's an easy day for you. You got up in the morning time, and to start your day, you did a little walk around in the park or walk around in the treadmill.
Okay.
Have at least 20 ounces of water. It's easy. That's one water bottle. You don't want to burn up and dehydrate while you're walking.
Okay.
So easily drink a bottle of water while you're doing your little cardio session.
Okay.
You come home ready to eat your breakfast. You don't want to choke on your food. So wash the food down. That's an easy water bottle, right?
Okay.
40 ounces already.
Wow.
Now it's lunchtime. Let's sit down and have our lunch. I don't want to choke again. Let me go and have a bottle of water to wash this food down. I'm at 60 ounces. I'm at a half gallon of water just off of 2 meals and not doing my cardio.
That is good.
I'm already at half gallon. You know what I mean? Now let's go on to the rest of our day.
That's good.
I sit down for dinner. There goes 20 ounces. Bro.
I
make 80 ounces of water just off of simply not dying while I eat my meal.
Preach, Bishop. Bishop, run. Preach, Bishop. Bishop.
Let me go ahead and get a strength training workout in. I'm going to use my muscles to work out my little chest, work out my little legs today. So I don't burn up during this workout. Let me sip another bottle of water. That way I don't burn up, right?
That's good.
I'm already at 100 ounces of water. I'm at 100 ounces of water already. It's about 128 in a gallon. So between the basic necessities of functioning as a human on Earth, I've already hit that number. Now, if you find yourself not drinking water, either you're not doing any kind of cardio or you're not eating food. For me, I don't wash it down, right?
Wow. Well, we supplement that. We'll drink Coca-Cola. At lunch and dinner, we don't drink that water. We drinking something else. So why is it so hard? And this is so simple. And we were talking before the show. People want this. They'll rather for you, Brother Ron, to tell them you got to climb a mountain every day. You got to run down that mountain every day. You got to run around Southeast Georgia every day. People want something hard to do instead of something as simple as you just laid out. Drink water. Why is it so hard for people to drink water, Ron?
It seems as if the inactive, and I want people to have a definite takeaway with this, but we have to be mindful of the inactive things of life are just as valuable as the active things. Wow. So you want to lose some fat weight? Cool. You want to go actively do something so you feel like you're bringing this fat weight down. But the inactive part of your life is just as important. So taking your behind to sleep at nighttime for 6.5 hours is important for the body's processes.
Man, this is so good.
Actually drinking water These are inactive things, but they're just as important as the active 30 minutes you spent on a treadmill or working out.
Wow,
Sometimes the inactive things are just as, not sometimes, I would say the inactive parts of our life are actually more impactful than is the active things that we want to put our hands on. Actually put our hands on the plow itself.
Wow.
Yeah, that means something, but trust me, there's so much more you're looking past, looking over.
Dog, you blessing us this morning, man. This is good. So okay, let me tell you what I just gleaned. Drink your water. Don't make it hard. Just as you live your life every day, add water to it. The inactive is just as important as the active things that we do. Okay, so real quickly, how much weight training should we do? Because I'm 55 and I'm rocking a dad body, which I need to chisel a little bit. So how much gym work do you suggest for people that's just starting?
I would tell you on Sunday, before you begin your business week, and I say that because I want you to be about business during the business week.
Yes, sir. Right? Yes, sir.
So the business week starts on Monday. So on Sunday, you need to plan out what you're going to do. Know that I want you to train all the major muscles of your body by the end of that business week. So you got 5 days to train all the major muscles of your body. The major muscles would include, let's say, chest, legs, back, shoulder, arms, which include bicep and tricep. And did I say shoulders yet?
Yes, you said chest, legs, back, shoulder, arms, tris, and bis.
There you go. And I put legs in already. Yeah, there we go. For those major muscle groups, have a plan to have those major muscles trained by the end of your week. I pretty much think you can get it done inside of 3 days. So inside of 3 days, you can pretty much train all the major muscle groups of your body. Let's just say day one, you're focused on just your chest and legs. Okay, those parts are done. Now, day 2, let's focus on just our back and shoulder. Okay. All right, got that part done. Day 3, let's focus on just our arms. Just that fast, between 3 days, I have 5 to get it done, but inside of 3 days, I got my homework done. Man, let's relax on the weekend. You got 5 to get 3 done, right?
No, man, you make it so simple, man. Okay, I got the water, I got my workout going. So what about our diet? Because I'm telling you, my diet is not the best. And I told my congregation in JD yesterday, I'm starting my new weight training program after the Super Bowl. So as far as diet, you know, we brothers, man. You know, black people, our diet is not the top of our priority. We have a pretty poor diet as blacks, you know, because we love, trust me, we love the fat back. We love the fried food. I live in Alabama and Georgia, so everything is fried. You know what I'm saying? So how do we readjust our diet, Brother Ron?
So what I would say is, okay, so there's definitely 2 points here I definitely want to highlight on that portion. And there is an excuse that we have oftentimes used that I kind of want to see dismissed. Yeah, which is our current issues being of a cultural sort. Okay. I say that because that young woman and that young man who you see who are busy and they have 2 children, they're not going home every night cooking sweet potato, fried chicken, macaroni, cheese, and collard greens. That's not happening on a Monday and a Tuesday and a Wednesday.
Excellent point.
They are much like much of America. They are the same. So they are grabbing convenient food on the way to the house. They're grabbing Zaxby's and Chick-fil-A and whatever else fast food is there. So it's not really the cultural things that are an issue as of now for us as a people.
That's so good.
We're locking step in the same place as everyone else in America is, which is simply trying to get efficient, quick foods to keep our day moving. So we're de-emphasizing the importance of quality food. So I would encourage everyone to, beyond eliminating their cultural foods or blaming their cultural foods, simply look back into their daily lifestyle. There's more Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Saturdays than there are Sunday dinners.
That's good.
So what's happening to you is happening during the bulk of your week. Let's revisit the quality of food that we're having during our week.
That's good.
How do you prepare that food? Make sure you how do you go about that? Give yourself the convenience factor back. You don't eat exactly because it tastes that great. You
it's convenient.
Convenient.
Boom.
So if you give yourself that convenience back, you're good to go, which means you might spend Sunday preparing a few things for the week.
That's
so
good.
Then they say, oh man, I don't want to have no reheated food, they'll say. I understand that. So with that being said, you take that raw chicken, you clean it up, you prepare it, put it into that Pyrex dish, and put it into the refrigerator. So every day, if you want to cook something fresh for dinner, you can do so. Why? Because the raw ingredients is already there.
It's already there.
Convenience factor.
It's already there.
Or you could cook it and just reheat it. It's on you. But let's not let that be the concern. And in us as a people specifically, every race has special concern. Our special concern as Black folk is going to be hypertension and diabetes.
Yes, that's correct.
We've been told that we have an inclination for these two issues.
Okay.
So that being said, metaphorically, if I told you right now, hey man, there's a hole behind you. 3 feet behind you, there is a hole.
Okay.
If you fall into that hole, it's your fault.
That's good. That's good.
I told you that hypertension runs in your race. Diabetes runs in your race. It's not that you are doomed to this. There is no curse of having diabetes or hypertension.
That's good.
You just know that you're on a slight grade, which means if you don't watch it, this slope, you're going to slide.
That's good.
So be mindful of a few more things than your counterpart. Your counterpart has a few things to be concerned about, but as far as you got your own specific marching order.
That's good.
Only a fool would know something and still become a victim to it. My mama had diabetes, and my grandmama had diabetes. With that being said, you look stupid if you show up with diabetes. Why? Because you were told what was going to happen if you didn't watch it.
Only a fool will. Only a fool. That Brother Ron, man, that is so good. Well, listen, you have just blessed us today, and the chat room is going crazy, man. Good morning again, Wilma. Good morning, Miss Vanessa. Good morning, Brother Gladney. Good morning, Mama. Good morning, everybody. We got Big Ron here. He stopped by to share some tips for us men folk, and it works for the women folk as well. But how have you stayed consistent over 15 years? Because again, brother, I want to commend you. You look, in my Billy Crystal voice, you look marvelous.
Embracing all that comes from it.
Okay.
So much comes from it, all right? And let's be a little more specific to us men. So much comes from the efforts that we make in our health.
Yes, sir.
So when we're young, the body's resilient and it gives you room to make mistakes. But the older you get, the body's a little less forgiving for these mistakes that we make. So just making additional efforts to make sure we're okay. So I have to make additional concessions in my day to make sure I can be mindful of my heart. So a few more cardio sessions on a consistent basis. I want to make sure my musculoskeletal system is tended to. So making sure I hit the gym.
That's good.
Consistently.
That's
you know
good.
No extra gym, just consistent. There's nothing extra you can do. The only thing extra you can do is be extra consistent. You know what I mean? So be consistent with this. You say it again.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
Nothing extra to be done. Only thing extra you can do is be extra consistent.
That is good.
So being where we are now, going forward, just remembering that what you're doing, even though you may do it begrudgingly here, it's actually giving yield back into your life. Many of us men folk, I know some ladies in the room, but I'm going to talk to the guys and keep it real.
Come on.
Ladies might tell it to their husband. But there are parts of our life, the 11 major systems, that are being impacted by our unhealth. So a lot of us are suffering in the sexual department because we are not being mindful of our total body's health.
That's good. I was talking to a brother last week.
Your sex drive is suffering because you're having issues of unhealth. It's not a visual thing. It's the unhealth of your system. You're taking pills and Cialis and Viagra trying to get your thing working, but if you stayed healthy, believe it or not, these systems still operate at capacity, which enriches your life. It enriches your romantic relationships with that woman in your life. It enriches all these things. So remembering that the more I keep myself healthy, the more, or better yet, rich my life is.
That is.
Keep you going. And you stay motivated when you're getting results.
That's good. Elder. Okay. I'm going to tell everybody your secret, man. He's the son of a preacher. So correlate for us. Correlate for us as inactive as we are in our physical. Tell us the danger of being inactive in our spiritual.
Absolutely, man. So how do we get this right? Okay, if God, we have a charge as men.
That's right.
You have a charge as men. I don't care what today's society says, and this is our private area, so we can say this in our own space.
Thank you.
We have a charge, a role we are to fulfill. And if you are not equipped for this role, you are falling short.
That's good.
If the cows don't come home and the creek rises and it all goes to complete heck, we've got to be in position to protect our family still. If you're unfit for the fight, you're falling short, sir. If you can't come home and take care of your children because you're too tired and wiped out, you're also unfit for the fight.
That's good.
Life with your wife is also contingent on you being healthy, so you guys can both share in what's set for us as matrimony.
That is so good. That, man, you know what I mean? That's
all
beautiful.
These things come into position here. Your brain, your acuity, how imaginative you can be, how much drive you have. I mean, drive for life. How much drive you have. The feel-good hormones that come into your world, they all come because of your health. I receive an overwhelming dose of dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphin, because I'm physically exerting myself, and my body releases this feel-good hormone into my blood.
Oh, that's good.
The higher the concentration of feel-good hormone in my blood, the better off I feel. So stress don't feel the same. It's the same issues that I had before, but I approach these issues a little different when I have that clarity.
That is so good.
That feel-good hormone. Now, if you don't get that feel-good hormone in a health way, man, you're going to find that feel-good hormone from somewhere.
Come on.
You might find yourself looking at that bottle. You might find yourself looking at that prescription drug. You might find yourself doing illicit, dangerous behavior trying to get that same feel-good hormone.
Wow.
Rush. But there's one way to do it without backlash.
Wow.
Health.
Wow.
Physically exerting those muscles. Getting that sun on your skin for a morning walk. Man, it's about taking care of yourself so you can walk in your rightful position that God asked you to be in.
Unfit for the fight, man. I got me another message, man. I got another message. I got to preach that. I'm gonna give you credit for it the first time. Unfit for the fight. Well, listen. How long you and your wife been married, brother?
We met 2019. Got married 2019. We were 19 when we met. Graduated 2006. Been together since.
That's
19.
awesome.
Our marriage now been 11 years.
That's a blessing.
37 apiece, 11 years, 2 kids, 8 and 10.
That is a blessing, man. Hey, do your kids look at you like Superman?
And that's actually a big part of that talking to.
Okay.
Yes, and that's actually a big part of what drives me as well.
Okay.
The fact that I walk into that room and I can be someone who my kids are super happy about because their kids and their friends, are responding. Who's that guy? You know what I mean? And I actually feel good about that.
I know. They said, who is that guy? That's my dad.
Yeah, that's my dad. You know what I mean? My dad could beat your dad. And they stand on that stone. And they stand on that stone. Man, I'm going to give you that. I'm going to go ahead and give you that.
That is good. So listen, how are you getting your beard to grow like that? Because mine, it'll grow and get all wild. I have to kind of cut it back.
Get all wonky and everywhere.
Yeah.
This is actually, I had this beard at least 8 or 9 years of maturity in this thing.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So thank goodness it actually does have some, it is tamed to a degree. So it is holding some structure to it.
That's good.
But yeah. So I ain't put too much in it, man. Too many oils starting my face to breaking out. Next thing you know, it's the issue. You know what I mean? So
that's good. Just let it grow. Let it grow.
Let it grow.
Well, listen, how can everybody follow you, man? Because I'm telling you, I love TikTok. I was hesitant to get on it because I couldn't dance or nothing like that. And I said, well, I motivate. I edutain. You know what I'm saying? And so how did you get on TikTok?
Okay, so TikTok was simply, I told you I was Facebook first, went to Instagram from there. Instagram, I saw the next biggest platform was TikTok. I said, let me see about it.
Right.
TikTok is misunderstood. TikTok was thought to be a dancing app for teens. and it actually isn't.
Right.
TikTok has so many areas of it that add value to our life, and connections being made, and things being learned, because we're hearing straight from the creator themselves.
That's right.
You have an injury lawyer who's just throwing value out on TikTok as a way to bring attention to who he is.
That's right.
So you're getting free information from someone,
that's
unfiltered, in different departments. So wherever it's at, man, I definitely encourage anyone, if you have any value to add to the world, go to TikTok route. You never know what might happen, the connections to be made.
That's exactly. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us, man. You know. I love it. I love it. So how can people get up with you, Big Ron?
Just that. Big Ron Jones across all platforms. So Big Ron Jones Instagram, Big Ron Jones, and TikTok, Big Ron Jones, even on the YouTube channel. I'm gonna start pumping the YouTube channel a lot more. Now with some more longer form educational videos. But it's definitely open now. It definitely is pumping. So you'll see me across all those platforms, and then to include other companies who I'm now doing work with.
That's
utilizing the same value that I'm offering on their network as well. So.
That is so good, man. Well, listen, man, you got a president of your fan club. If you got a fan club, I want to apply for the president, man. You're a good brother, man, and thank God for you and what you're doing and your family, man. And love you much, man. And I'm gonna be in touch with you real soon, man. But I'm about to go get me some water during the break.
Stay hydrated. Stay thirsty.
Thank you, man. Listen, that was Big Ron, y'all. That is my brother from another mother, y'all. Just thank him so much for those nuggets this morning. You guys hold tight, and we'll be right back. Tomorrow, my coach is going to be here to Noah Bond. He's going to be here tomorrow. So excited, so excited, so excited. Well, listen, y'all hold tight. We're going to run to a quick commercial. We'll be right back.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WALTERHSIMS. That's Cash App, $Walter H. Sims.
Ashwagandha, boiled.
Guys, was that not awesome? Listen, we got to run up out of here. Oh, man, I got a lot to talk about, but we'll say that for tomorrow. But was that not awesome? I hope y'all got notes. And one of the things that jumped out to me more than anything, the inactive things we do are just as important as the active things that we do. Stay hydrated and get your rest. Was that not awesome? That was so good. That was so good. That was so good. And I hope everybody had a great Monday, the great beginning of your week. And I just be wonderful today. Be forgiving, be loving, keep your word, and just stay pumped. You know what I'm saying? That was like so good. Thank you, Miss Vanessa. Hey, Wilma. Okay, so you know what I got to get back to doing. I got to get back to this. Start with drinking your water and get on that treadmill. Walking. 30 minutes. He said about 30 minutes on the incline, just steady. Get your heart at a certain rate and stay right there. You know, we can do more than we do. And another thing he said I like, we're unfit for the fight. Oh, I'm talking about that. That was good. But anyway, Coach Tanoa will be here tomorrow. I am so excited. Hercules. Well, listen, tomorrow at 10 o'clock, same time, same channel, and all that good stuff. And make sure you follow me and turn on everything so you know when I go live. Amen. Because Wilma knew when I went live today. I was going to text her to let her know I was going live, but I was so excited. I text Miss Vanessa, I'm going live. And we just hit that go button. Unfit for the fight. Woo! That was good. And I feel better today because Green Bay lost yesterday and Aaron Rodgers is going home. I'm so excited. But anyway, you guys be encouraged. And remember, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you.